He was the most famous human alive and the loneliest man on the planet. 50 years on stage. Not a single day where he could simply exist outside the spotlight. 750 million records sold. 17 Grammy nominations in a single night. Every move he made, watched, and then, in 1993, the most famous man alive spoke a truth that should have changed everything. He was born into a house of iron and music. Joe Jackson did not raise children. He forged soldiers. The studio was not a sanctuary. It was an interrogation chamber. Every note demanded perfection. Every rhythmic shift demanded obedience. He didn't come from a normal home. He was a product off the assembly line. The Jackson 5 was not a band. It was a business. At 5 years old, Michael was not a child. He was an employee. He didn't have playtime. He had rehearsals. He didn't have friends. He had schedules. He didn't have a childhood. He had a career. They built him to be a machine. But machines don't feel. And Michael felt everything. He grew up with the roar of the crowd as his only lullaby. He learned to read emotions on the faces of thousands before he knew how to understand his own heart. He learned to dance before he learned to walk. He learned to sing before he learned to speak. He was a masterpiece forged in fire. And the fire never went out. Thriller wasn't just an album. It was a cultural earthquake. It didn't just break charts, it shattered them. He was the first man to make the world stop and watch. He was a lightning bolt in human form. And for a moment, just a moment, he looked happy. But fame is a hungry beast. It doesn't just want your time, it wants your soul. The weight of the world began to settle on his shoulders. He was the icon. He was the standard. He was the only one allowed to be perfect. And perfection is a heavy burden to carry. He couldn't walk outside without a disguise. He couldn't go to the grocery store. He couldn't go to the park. He couldn't be human. Fame built a fortress around him. No real friends, no real life. Just the character they called Michael. The world loved the character, but the man was drowning in the spotlight. He told Oprah, "I have no friends." A confession that defined the brutal price of the world's biggest stage. He was the king of pop, but inside he was a prisoner of the palace. The walls of his fortress were made of gold and velvet, but they were walls nonetheless. He was watched, he was judged, he was picked apart. Every eccentric habit, every change in appearance, every quiet moment was analyzed. They called him strange. They called him dangerous. They called him a freak. But did anyone ask why? Did anyone ask what happens to a man who never had a chance to be a man? The 90s didn't bring him peace. They brought him a nightmare. One accusation, then another. The trial wasn't just in the courtroom, it was in the newspaper. It was on the news. It was in the mouths of millions who had never met him. He was stripped, exposed, humiliated. The world took the man who gave them everything and threw him to the wolves. The headlines became his prison bars. The cameras became his executioners. He was hunted. He was persecuted. He was broken. He couldn't sleep. He paid doctors to put him under. Just to feel normal for one night, he wasn't just fighting the world, he was fighting the man in the mirror. He spent his nights in a world of silence, surrounded by the echoes of a million voices screaming his name. He was the most famous man on earth, and yet he was completely alone in his own thoughts. He was a man trapped in a house of mirrors, seeing nothing but the distortions of himself. He was the king of pop, but he was a king without a kingdom, a king without subjects, a king without a crown. On June 25, 2009, Fame won. The world lost its greatest performer, but he lost himself first. They mourned the singer, but did they mourn the man? The man who wanted to play, the man who wanted to learn, the man who wanted to belong. They saw the crown, they never saw the chains. Fame took his childhood, his sleep, his freedom. It took everything that made him Michael. And that is the untold price of the world's biggest stage. What is the price of the life you are building? Are you running toward your dreams? Or are you running away from your reality? What is your ambition costing you? Is it your sleep? Is it your family? Is it your peace? Most people will never be famous. Most people will never be kings. But everyone has a stage. Everyone has a performance. Are you playing the role they want you to play? Or are you living the life you were meant to live? Don't let them build a cage around your life. Don't let them turn your dreams into a prison. Fame is not the goal. Freedom is. Greatness is not the trophy. Peace is. You don't need the spotlight to be a warrior. You don't need the applause to be a hero. You need the courage to be yourself. When it's loud, when it's quiet, when it's easy, when it's hard. So ask yourself, if you had everything the world could give you, but you lost yourself in the process, would it be worth it? The music stopped for Michael, but your song is still playing. Don't let your story end in the dark. Don't let your legacy be a mask you never took off. It is not over until you say so. Rise, because you are the only one who can define your own greatness. Rise. Think of the energy he exerted, the millions of hours of practice, the thousands of hours of perfection, the sheer physical agony of his dance steps, the absolute emotional exhaustion of pouring his life into every song. He gave everything. And what did he get in return? A throne of thorns. He lived in Neverland, a place designed to keep the world away. But the world came anyway. They came with their greed. They came with their envy. They came with their judgment. He was a man who tried to recreate the childhood he never had, only to have it ripped away by a world that refused to let him be anything but the character he was built to be. He was a man who saw the beauty in everything, yet was treated like a monster by those who didn't understand the depth of his soul. He was a man who knew the language of music better than any man who ever lived, yet he was denied the language of connection. He was the man who made the impossible look effortless. But the effort was killing him. The stress, the constant pressure, the unrelenting gaze of the world. It was too much for one person. It was too much for one heart. And yet, he continued. He continued to give. He continued to dream. He continued to fight. He continued to dance even when his body was breaking. He continued to sing even when his voice was fading. He was a warrior who didn't fight with swords. He fought with rhythm. He fought with harmony. He fought with heart. But even the strongest warriors fall when the weight becomes too great. He was a tragedy written by the world and performed by a genius. He was a mirror that showed us exactly who we are, and we didn't like what we saw, so we broke the mirror. We took the man who taught us how to love and made him the symbol of everything we feared. We took the man who gave us joy and turned it into our own misery. We owe him more than we can ever repay. We owe him our understanding. We owe him our respect. We owe him the humanity we denied him in life. But more than anything, we owe it to ourselves to learn the lesson of his life. The lesson is this: greatness is not worth losing your soul for. Fame is not worth losing your peace for. Success is not worth losing your identity for. You can have the world at your feet and still be empty in your heart. You can have the adoration of millions and still be alone in your bed. You can have everything and still have nothing if you lose yourself. So choose your path carefully. Choose your goals wisely. And never, ever forget who you are. The spotlight will fade. The applause will stop. The music will end. All that will remain is the truth of your own life. Make sure it's a life you're proud of. Make sure it's a life you've lived for yourself, not for the world. Make sure it's a life that belongs to you, not to the character they want you to play. The story of Michael Jackson is not just a story about a pop star. It's a story about the human condition. It's a story about the fragility of greatness and the high price of being human in a world that demands you be something else. It's a story that challenges every one of us to examine our own lives, to ask the questions that really matter, to find the peace that really counts. He was a man who gave us a lifetime of magic in a world that forgot how to believe. He was a man who tried to touch the sky only to fall back to the earth. He was a man who was loved by the world, but not by the mirror. He was a man who was everything, and yet, in the end, he was nothing. And his life, his death, His legacy should be a warning. A warning that fame is a hollow victory. A warning that the world is a dangerous place for a soul as sensitive as his. A warning that the only thing you truly have is yourself, and that is the only thing worth fighting for. He was the king of pop, but he was just a man who deserved the childhood he never had, a man who deserved the peace he never found, a man who deserved to be loved not for the character he played, but for the soul he carried. Let his memory be a guiding light, not for the greatness of his performance, but for the complexity of his humanity. Let his memory be a reminder that beneath the glitz and the glamour, beneath the records and the awards, beneath the fame and the fortune, there is always a human being who feels, who hurts, who dreams, who struggles, who needs, who loves. And that human being is always more important than anything the world can ever give. So, as you walk your own path, as you chase your own greatness, as you strive for your own success, remember the king of pop. Remember the price he paid, and remember that the most important thing you can ever achieve is to remain yourself. Because at the end of the day, when the lights are turned off and the music has faded and the crowd has gone home, you are the only one who has to live with the person you have become. Make sure you're a person you can love. Make sure you're a person you can trust. Make sure you're a person who is free. This is the real story of Michael Jackson. This is the real price of his fame. And this is the real lesson for all of us. The music stopped for Michael, but your song is still playing. Don't let your story end in the dark. Don't let your legacy be a mask you never took off. It is not over until you say so. Rise, because you are the only one who can define your own greatness. Rise. Rise from the expectations. Rise from the fear. Rise from the chains. Rise to the truth of your own soul. You were not built to be a character. You were built to be a human. And that is the greatest power you will ever possess. Don't let the world take that away from you. Don't let the pressure define you. Don't let the expectations crush you. Be the warrior you were born to be, the warrior of your own life, the warrior of your own soul. The journey to greatness is a lonely one, but you don't have to walk it alone. You walk it with the truth of who you are, and that truth is stronger than any fame, any fortune, any success. That truth is your armor. That truth is your sword. That truth is your destiny. So rise. Rise with the strength of your own conviction. Rise with the power of your own spirit. Rise with the beauty of your own humanity. Rise and be the person you were always meant to be. The world needs you, not the character they want, not the person they expect. It needs you, your story, your truth, your voice, your life. Rise, and don't stop until you reach your own destination. The final act is yours. Make it count. Make it real. Make it free. Rise.